Hello my friends, welcome back to another week of Family Sunday. This week we have something very fun and exciting. We are going to be making some yarn art using elements of design and line. Now there's a few things we need to do before we start. Parents, I would love if you could get some string ready in advance. So maybe cut up a few pieces that are big, cut up a few pieces that are small, and just set them in a big pile. That way we have our art materials ready to work from. Now the other thing we're going to do before we get started is we need to get our little artist fingers working today. So let's start to wiggle them as much as we can. Let's go as fast as we can today. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. You're going to reach them straight out in front of you. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. We're going to clap our hands one time. We're going to place our hands in our laps and we're going to listen to our instructions as we get ready to go. So today we need to have a backboard. So a hard piece that's going to become the back of our artwork. This can be a recycled piece of cardboard, maybe something that you found in your recycling bin, the back of a cereal box, something like that. You need all kinds of cool colors and textures of yarn. Any thickness is fine and any length is fine also, because we're going to have a pair of scissors so that we can adjust the length to exactly what we need to make our beautiful creations. You can have any size back that you want. This one's a bit larger, this one's a bit smaller. You could make something extra large. It would take you a bit longer to make, but that's okay. And you could even make something smaller than mine too. That's also fine. So scissors, string, backboard, and glue, and then we're going to get ourselves ready to go. I'm going to change my camera into bird's eye view and we're going to follow along step by step. Here we go. We have our hardboard that we need. Now remember, this could be a piece of recycled cardboard, not a problem. You're definitely going to need your glue, a glue brush. You're also going to need a popsicle stick or some similar tool, which we'll talk about later, and a pair of scissors. Don't forget to have a nice big ball of yarn, lots of different colors, lots of different sizes. So to get us started, the first thing we're going to do is add on our glue. Now don't be afraid of adding too much glue, because the more glue we have, the better the string will stick. The yarn can be placed in any shape. This is what I love about this activity. You can take different colors, make different patterns. You could attach them together, you could have them far apart, you can place them in any design that you like. You can do it on the fly, or if you wanted to, you could draw it out in advance. Now something else you can do is start to add more glue once you've noticed the glue is getting a bit dry. Keep adding your patterns, add your colors. Now if you notice that you're starting to make a shape and at the very end your string is too long, don't be afraid to grab your scissors and just trim off the end of the string. Keep going until the entire backboard is covered. Feel free to do squiggly lines, straight lines, angled lines, familiar shapes, abstract shapes, or any other kinds of designs that you can think of. Squiggles, swirls, spirals. You want to make sure that the board is pretty much covered, whatever your artistic heart desires. And if you're noticing that your fingers are starting to get sticky, now would be a great time to grab that popsicle stick. The popsicle stick is going to help us push the yarn down into the glue without getting as much glue stuck to our fingers. Something else you could consider is having a little warm cloth nearby so that you can wipe your sticky fingers off on the cloth as you need to. Once the entire board is covered, or as much as your heart desires, you've pushed down all the edges and little bits into the glue so everything is well connected, now we get to let it dry. If you have extra bits of yarn, save them for our next activity. And there we have it, my friends. A wonderful, easy, very intricate, very sticky art activity. Definitely make sure you wash your hands. Most school glue is dissolvable in water, so it's pretty easy to go and wash your hands with some nice warm water. Also, just having that spare damp cloth nearby to dip your fingers in so that you can get the glue off is also very helpful. So at the end of today, once you're finished and it's totally dry, and it does take some time for it to dry, these can be hung up, taped up on the wall, put on your fridge, anywhere that you feel is special, and you can show off your beautiful creations. Don't forget, you can always go online, download the activities that are coming up next, get yourselves ready, and join us next Sunday. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. Bye!